All right, let's talk about Dan Campbell and Darrell Bevell as head coaches real quick. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. And apparently the Lions front office loves Dan Campbell. He's working with the Saints as a tight end coach, worked with Miami Dolphins as well, played here from 2006 to 2008. And basically they said that, most people thought they like Rob Salah, and it's really Dan Campbell who the front office loves. And I'm pretty surprised by that. People say, "Oh, he's a tight end coach. He doesn't deserve to be a head coach." Brian Flores wasn't the coordinator, and he's doing a pretty good job down there in Miami. And people think because you're a coordinator that's gonna make you a great head coach, or you gotta be a coordinator to be a great head coach. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to lead men, coaches, front office, players. You got to be able to lead men. And, Dan Campbell, he's an energy guy. He's one of those rah-rah guys. He got ties to the organization. They probably loved him when he was here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they got him here. A lot of fans is not going to like Dan Campbell being the head coach. I really don't have an issue with it if he's the right guy for the job. The question is, what is his coaching staff going to look like? Are they going to be forcing him to keep Darrell Bevell? Are they forcing him to keep Matt Stafford? If that's the case, he forced to keep Matt Stafford, man. I really just don't have no hope for this team. They don't draft the quarterback. Don't ask me what the record going to be, because I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to miss the playoffs. All right, and, first time coach in a row. It wouldn't really pretty much surprise me at all. I think the Lions are more of a mom and pop organization where they fall into love with personalities and people that they like. And they not an organization that's going to pick the right guy. They're going to pick the guy that they fall in love with. And Dan Campbell, interview he had the other day, he probably lit it up. He looks like a guy that's going to interview well. He looks like a guy that's going to pass the first test. And it'll be interesting to see what that response is like from the fans if he does become the head coach. Because I don't know how many other teams interviewed him, because there's 7 openers now with the Eagles, Chargers, Jaguars, and whoever else is out there as well too, Jets, Atlanta Falcons. And, not to get the guy that you want. And then also you got Rob Salah, who may or may not be going to the Jets. You got Marvin Lewis out there, Ty Bowles out there. You got a lot of different coaches out there. Urban Meyer's out there. So, I just wouldn't be surprised. I don't trust Rod Wood speaking for this organization. I don't trust anybody with the last name Ford in this organization. And I think a lot of fans are going to be upset, but he might be the right guy for the job. Straight up and down. He might be. I think he command respect. I think he fired up. Remember Mike Vrabel, he wasn't a coordinator. You just got to understand football, situational football, manage your personalities. You got to be somebody that the players are going to rally behind, and you got to go out there and win football games. If you ask me who should be the head coach, I would prefer somebody with some experience, but I would prefer a GM first, then a head coach. That would be my thing. I want a GM, then a head coach. So me and my GM can put our heads together and find the best head coach that's going to fit what he believes in. Because last time around with Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, they wasn't on the same page. You could tell by the draft picks. He drafted Jeff Okudah number 3. Jeff Okudah couldn't even stay on the field in this scheme, which I told y'all that was going to be the facts. He drafted Johnny Talai. He didn't really start his first year at middle linebacker. So a lot of these players that they drafted for defense, it don't fit. Will Harris, Tracy Walker, all struggled in Matt Patricia's defensive scheme. All. So this is something that they're going to have to figure out as an organization. And I just don't trust the people who spearheading these interviews. And I just don't trust you have to keep Stafford if you want the job. And telling somebody that's accomplished, or somebody that's in a position in a great organization like Kevin Colbert and John Snyder, to tell them, you got to keep Matthew Stafford on the roster, they're not taking that job. Guys with options like Dobbs. Why come here and I can go to Atlanta and I got Trey Barter, I got Julio, I got Maya Ryan, I got a higher pick. Like, why come to Detroit? That's the question people got to ask. Why would anybody worth a damn want to come to Detroit? One, black coaches, because they don't get second chance at being head coaches. They should be interviewing Anthony Lynn. They should be interviewing guys like Todd Bowles, as they did, and Marvin Lewis. Okay, Leslie Frazier, guys like that. Guys that's did it before, and then they got to get a second chance to reflect on what they did wrong the first time, and do it again. But most of the fans out here, he didn't do this, didn't do that. It's like, all right, he went to the Patriots with the same players with Bill Belichick, and he failed. I get that. If that's the case, cool. We talking about guys that failed with the Jets and Todd Bowles. That organization is a dumpster fire. Failed with the Browns. He made it to the playoffs 7 years with the with the Bengals. Marvin Lewis. He got one of the worst owners in football. What you expect? You put Bill Belichick in the Browns, he's not gonna win the Super Bowl. So fans don't believe in giving second chances. He didn't do this. Okay, what's convinced you that Rob Salah or Dan Campbell or Eric Bieniemy is going to get you over the hump? They never did the job before. And then I got a hunch they're going to hire Darrell Bevell as the head coach. I think it's going to be like the B side of the tape. For those who are old enough, remember we had cassette tapes. You could flip them. And one side of the album on A side and the other side on B side. I think it's going to be a B side candidate. I think it's going to be Dan Campbell, Darrell Bevell. I don't think they're going to hit this out the ballpark. I do think this is the least attractive position out of the 7. Okay? I do think Darrell Bevell or Dan Campbell, somebody like that, is going to get the job. I really do think they're going to get the job. Because the Lions don't understand how to hire a coach, how to hire a GM. So I do think Darrell Bevell got a legit shot at being the next GM. A lot of people going, you crazy, man. I'm not crazy. What they interviewing for then? He ain't black, so he ain't interviewing for the Rooney Rule. I think he got a legitimate shot. And I think they don't want to pay nobody. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to pay people to play here. I think it's probably going to be one of these two. And then they stretching it out too. Interviewed 1,000 people. Like, if they keep interviewing guys like Todd Bowles, maybe they don't like the candidates they got, or maybe the candidates don't really want to be here. But I do think he's going to get a B-side coach. I don't think he's going to get people. I don't know who people really want. A Rob Salah, like, who the fuck has he coached? You know what I'm saying? Who has he led? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. Matt Patricia was the talk of the town. Who did he coach before this? Coaching the defense and coaching the entire team is a lot different. It's a lot different. They should have got Rob Salah, and he should. And maybe he do turn around wherever he go. If he go to the Jets, maybe he do turn it around. Maybe he don't want to coach here. And can you blame anybody who don't want to coach here? Can you? You can't. Because this organization is dysfunctional. They got Rod Wood being their mouthpiece, who don't know shit about football, didn't play football at the University of Michigan. I really think one of these two is going to be the head coach, or somebody we don't see coming. And I don't see the Lions getting out this dark space. And especially if they require people to keep Stafford on the roster, they're not going nowhere. People think a first-time head coach going to get it done. Yeah, you got guys like Mike Vrabel that got it done. And maybe Dan Campbell can do it. If you ask me about these two, I'll take Dan Campbell. Out of the grand scheme of things, I want somebody that did it before. Marvin Lewis. If you can snatch a coach, Anthony Lynn. That's the kind of guys I want. To be honest. But first, I want them to get a GM that's going to get the right candidate. So when they draft players, it's able to work. But I think they're looking for a leader, energy guy. Everybody got mad because Caldwell didn't show no emotion. What do emotion mean? Well, he wasn't angry. He wasn't upset. Who gives a fuck? Just because you emotional, you yelling, they don't win football games. The person who laid back and who ain't showing that much emotion is the most dangerous man in the room. That's he didn't show emotion. I remember they got on Brady, he didn't wear a headset. Who gives a fuck? Can you win or not win football games? But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media links, description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All the links there. Want to make a donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Let me know what you guys think about Dan Campbell and what you think about the odds of Darrell Bevell becoming the head coach. One time for the one time. Mercy.